Welcome, everyone, to Courageous Creative Conquerors. This is Jean Voice Dart. It's my belief that everyone has a gift of creative expression. We were born to express ourselves to stay healthy and happy. Whether you are planting a garden, writing a story, building a cabinet, sewing a scarf, or singing a song, what matters is expressing from the heart. And the creative and expressive arts are a healthy coping strategy that shifts us from trauma to triumph. So join me as we listen and learn key tips and techniques from our special guest and courageous creative conqueror. My special guest today is Johanna Cogbill from the UK, creative writer and author. Welcome, Joanna.
Hi, Jean. Thank you.
It's so great to see you. We've been chatting online, and it's just so nice to be here with you.
Oh, it's lovely to see you too. I'll apologize before we start because I've got a sore throat, so I hope everyone can hear me.
You sound great. Thank you so much. So you've been creative all of your life, and you mentioned to me someone who's really important in that creativity and inspiring you as a writer, even as a young child. And who is that?
Oh, it's my grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he always would tell me loads of stories. He would make them up. Always keeping me awake at night when I should have been going to sleep because I wanted to know what was happening next in the stories he'd make up. Yeah, he's always a really good storyteller.
Now, did he make up the stories himself, or were these,
Yes,
did he
yeah.
read them to you?
Yeah, he used to make them up, and about a little boy called Tommy, and every night there'd be something different that Tommy was up to, and I'd want to know what was happening next.
Wow, well, that is very creative that you had him making up stories. And what kind of stories were they? Were they about, were you living there, or something adventure beyond the world where you live?
Yeah, he was just a little boy, he was, and he'd always be into some sort of trouble.
Yes. Mhm.
Trying not to be in trouble, but ended up in trouble. And then
Yeah.
it was always a bit funny. And yeah, I used to really enjoy them. I can't really remember a lot of the tales now, but I know I used to enjoy them when I was a child.
Yes. So let's take a look at your grandfather here. This is an old photograph that you have. Let's see here. So tell me about this photograph. Where are you?
This photograph is taken in Porthcawl. It's a seaside town about half an hour away from where we live. And we used to go there every weekend. My nan would like to go in the cafe and drink lots of cups of tea. And then we'd have a walk on the beach, which is where we are. And then we'd visit the fairground. So I chose this particular photo because my book, Ciao Cariad, is partly set in Porthcawl.
When I look at the picture of the two of you, I just feel so much love. I can see it on, it's a little blurry, a little hard to see, but I can see the love on his face for you, and you just look delighted. You just look really, really tickled and delighted to be there with your grandpa. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we used to enjoy going to Porthcawl every week. And
Mhm.
lost my grandfather 6 years ago, and he was 96.
Oh my
Mm.
goodness. He lived a long, happy life.
He did, yes.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm sure you miss him. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. We talk about him most days. Yeah,
Really?
he's a
Oh.
character.
Tell me about this photograph. Why is this important in your life?
Now, this was taken on a holiday in the Amalfi Coast in Italy in 2017. My mother and myself visited there not long after my grandfather passed away. And that was really where my idea to start writing a book came from. I'd always
Oh,
wanted to write, but then being in such a beautiful place, it spurred me on to write. And this was on a boat trip as we passed down the Amalfi Coast.
It's so beautiful. And so I'm understanding that you and your mother went on a holiday um, after your grandfather passed, and this inspired you, this place inspired you to write the book. So let's chat a little bit about the book here. Tell me more. What is the idea behind the book, and how did that inspire you to write it?
Where the idea behind the book was to set it somewhere nice, somewhere interesting, somewhere that people would enjoy reading about. So I thought I'd set it in Sorento because it's so beautiful. And it's partly set then in Porthcawl as well, where I spent many, many times and many holidays, and we had our own caravan there. And it's basically a book of friendship between two girls, both from Porthcawl. One moves to Italy, and then a twist of fate sees the other one go to Italy and the first girl coming back. So yeah, and it's such a lovely place. It inspired me to write.
Yeah. And did you have such a friendship as described in the book?
No, I didn't. No,
Mm-hmm.
I think um, it's a lovely friendship, and I think I've seen other friendships like it, but I don't think that I've had a close friendship like that
Yeah,
that lasts a lifetime.
yeah, that's very special. Can you hold up the book so we can see it there? It's such a lovely book cover too,
Yeah,
showing that
um,
friendship. Mhm.
and these are the two girls that
Yeah,
the book's about.
yeah, yeah. And maybe you can read a little bit from the book for us.
Yeah, would you like me to read the blurb on the back?
Whichever, whatever, or if there's something compelling inside the book, if there's maybe a first few lines or something, whatever speaks to your heart.
Right, I'll read you the bit. Connie, one of the girls, she's in Sorrento, and she's taking a client to see a house. She works in an estate agent or real estate. Um, right, they drove a short distance through the back streets of Sorrento and took the coast road out overlooking the Bay of Naples until they came to a halt outside a pair of 10-foot high gold ornate gates. The chauffeur opened his window and spoke into the intercom. The huge gates opened slowly in front of them as they drove slowly up the tree-lined driveway and stopped outside the most magnificent building Connie had ever seen in her life. It was like a Baroque palace, and Connie wondered if it had been a palace in days gone by. It was painted white with embellished gold leaves around the windows and main entrance into the hotel. The lawns in front of the hotel were beautiful manicured, edged with the abundance of fauna, with ornate tables and chairs, strategically placed for the residents to enjoy the breathtaking views over the Bay of Naples.
Oh my goodness, thank you
So I
so
hope
much.
that gives people an idea of the
Yes,
beautiful
it does.
buildings
And
and
as you
modern.
were reading, it just reminded me of your grandfather reading out loud and going on a little journey with the words.
Yeah,
It
that's
really
it. It's lovely.
touched touched my heart a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, let's go back to looking at some of your photos here and your journey as a creative writer. What is this? Where is this?
This is the hotel we stayed in, from the view from the roof, and it's the view of the Bay of Naples and Mount Vesuvius in the background.
This is where you and your mother stayed.
Yes, yeah,
That's the volcano there.
yes, very
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh my goodness, there. And here we have the book. Now, how much time between when we saw that photo of you on holiday and then here's the book? How long did
Uh,
it?
with 5.5 years, five
Yes,
and a half years in the making.
yes. And so for those who are wannabe published authors, um, tell us a little bit about that journey, just quickly. why 5.5 years? I know. I mean, my book took over 45 years. The
Yeah.
first book that I wrote as a teenager and then published later as a senior here. But why
Yeah.
why that journey? Explain to those who are just wanting to crank out a book.
Well, I started writing and I went quite well, and then came to a bit of a stop, a bit of a dry spell. And then we had the lockdown for COVID. And you'd think then that that would be a time where you have loads of time on your hands to write. But because it was uncertain times and I was writing sort of lovely things in lovely places, I sort of lost my creativity. So
Mhm.
I eventually finished it and sent it off to a couple of publishers. I had good replies, no bad ones, but it was basically, oh, thank you, but no thanks. It's not really what we're looking for, even though we sort of enjoyed it. And then it wasn't until I had my surprise on my birthday when I opened a box, and the inside was a paperback and a hardback, and my daughter had had it published for me as a surprise.
Oh, that makes me want to cry. I mean, that's just so beautiful that your daughter, now you have two daughters.
Yes,
Is this your
my
oldest,
oldest daughter.
your oldest daughter
Yeah.
published it secretly for you as a birthday present?
Yeah, she stole it off my laptop and she edited it and published it and
Wow.
presented me with the finished
And she
copy.
actually found the artist and everything and got it published for you as a
Yeah,
birthday. What a
yeah,
wonderful daughter. Well, I'm sure they're both amazing and wonderful daughters, but
yeah.
that's
A
a
wonderful surprise.
yeah, applause to you and applause to your daughter for pushing, giving that extra
Oh,
push
yeah.
there. And can you explain the title to us for those of us who don't know what those words mean?
Yeah. No, the book is called Ciao Cariad. Ciao is obviously hi and bye in Italian, and Cariad is a name of endearing name in Welsh for love, dear. And I chose Ciao Cariad because Connie, one of the characters in the book, her mum is Welsh and her dad is Italian, and he would write the mother letters and he'd sign it off Ciao Cariad. And I thought it was just a nice title for the book.
It's such a beautiful title and intriguing, I think. Yeah. So it's goodbye to love, basically. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's interesting there.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. And here is your other daughter who supports you in your journey as a writer, as a published author, and she's holding up the book here.
Yes, she went to Cambodia to do voluntary work in a school, and on her way back she posed with my book for me for my social media in Singapore.
Wonderful. Now she's in Singapore, and so I see that this fascination or desire or enjoyment of traveling is not just with you alone, it's in your family. And
Yeah.
were you raised with that? Were you traveling as a child and
No,
enjoying seeing different countries and things?
never. No, I went on the aeroplane the first time when I was 11, and then I didn't uh, travel abroad then until I was 19. So I think I don't know if it's because I hadn't been much that I'd like to go now.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, but I particularly like traveling to Italy. So if I ever get a chance, that's
Yes.
our yearly holiday, our vacation to Italy. Yeah, it's a lovely country.
And
Yeah.
this is um, the Hay Book Festival, which was just a couple of weeks ago, and you attended to promote your book along with lots of other authors and writers. And can you tell us about that?
Oh, it was great. It's well, it's a worldwide renowned book festival that's been going on for I think it's since the 1960s, and it's for 11 days every year. and it's just a place where people, writers and readers gather, and it's wonderful in Hay-on-Wye, which is on the border of England and Wales. And it's a lovely little town you can visit that's by the festival site, which has about 15 to 20 independent bookshops.
Mm-hmm.
It's well worth a visit. It's lovely.
Yes, and here's a few more photos from the festival. There's you.
Me enjoying the sun.
This is the only city that is dedicated to, you know, so many bookstores in the world, you know. So tell us about that.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's sort of, you walk into the main street, and on both sides of the street there's just bookshop after bookshop. And there was a gentleman sitting in the street, and he had an old-fashioned typewriter, and if you went up to him, give him your name, and I think it was 5 words, he'd type you a story, and then you could pay him whatever you wanted then for the story. He made a personalised story for people.
What
So
fun.
that was quite lovely to see. Yeah, it's really interesting there.
Yes, and here's another old bookstore. Look at that. What a beautiful building. Yeah.
There's just so many. It's wonderful, and every genre under the sun you can find a book.
And who is this here? Here we have.
Yeah, that's me and my husband in fancy dresses, Bolly and Wanda.
Yes. Was this a special costume party?
Yes, it was my mother-in-law's 70th birthday.
Oh, well, she must be fun too then.
Yeah, we were all in fancy dress.
And you look so much like the part. You, both of you look great. This is your husband. Tell us about him. How long have you been married? And
oh, we've been married for 27 years this year.
oh, wow.
Yeah, he he encouraged my writing by buying me a laptop for my birthday, because he knew I was desperate to write a book and I would never have got on with it otherwise. So he thought by getting me a laptop, he would spur me on.
What a great husband you have. Is he with you right now in your room?
Yes, yeah, you've just come in now.
Hey, Robert, come here.
We all went as fancy dress, and I thought I'd put this up now, seeing as we're book characters.
Hi, Robert.
Oh.
Hello, I'm enjoying your photo there. So how important, Robert, come back. Yeah, I just want your opinion. How important were you in helping Joanna with her book?
Oh, you'd have to ask her.
Bought me a laptop.
Well, I bought her a laptop, yeah. She'd gone on about it for years, and then moaning that she didn't have anything to write it on and stuff, so I could buy her a laptop for her birthday to do it.
Yeah, I would never have written it otherwise. It would still be on paper.
Did you read her book? Do you think it's a good book?
You read it, didn't you? Yeah, I proofread it by the pool. We were on holiday.
Do you think I should buy it?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you, Robert, for popping in here and saying hello and supporting your wife.
Bye.
Bye. I could tell he wanted to get out of here quickly. That's okay. Before we stop, I'd love for you to just share some tips or techniques that you use to help you stay in that creative flow. If you get stuck, what do you do to shift gears and try to get back on track?
Well, Jean, to be honest, I think going out for a really nice walk helps, just to clear your head and bit of fresh air and give you a new perspective on things. Because sometimes I've been writing and I'm going one way and then I'm not sure, and I get a bit stuck, and I feel that, get on my walking boots, go for a good walk, and then think, oh yeah, and mull it over in my mind, and I think, oh yeah, that's a better idea. Yeah, getting up with nature, I think that's definitely a plus. If you're feeling a bit stuck, or got a block, or you're getting bogged down.
Yeah, I think that's so true. Just any kind of shifting gears shifting, and then the ideas just pop in, and keeping track of them. Do you carry like a pad of paper? Some of the authors and writers I talk to, just when they're out and about shopping or doing things, they carry a little notepad or something, or they use their phones to type things
That's
on.
a good idea.
Do you do that?
I'm going to have to start doing that, because I come up with ideas sometimes. I think, oh, what was I thinking of now? What was I going to do? And I try to scribble them down there when I remember. But yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sometimes that helps.
Oh yeah, and chatting with people and sort of saying, well, what do you think of this? And mulling things over with people, and then you get a little bit of extra perspective on what you're thinking about and what you're thinking and planning.
Can you say that again? I didn't understand you. I love your accent, but sometimes I miss what you said. What did you say? It's so beautiful.
It's a good idea to sort of have a chat with someone if you're getting a bit stuck on what you're writing, and then getting a perspective on it then, and thinking, oh, what do you think of this? Or I don't know where to go there. And it's good, because you might not always go with the other person's idea, but it opens up a couple of avenues for you.
That's a good point. Yeah, I like what you said, that, you might not always go with their ideas, but it sparks something else maybe. Yeah. And how does it make you feel? Just you wake up and you just start writing. What do you get? You must get something out of it to keep doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's just the escape to live in somebody else's body and mind, and sort of think, oh, which direction am I going to take them in now? Who are they going to meet next? I love it. Just all the twists and turns, and it's all you were doing. You were ideas, and then you put it on paper, and it all comes together. And there's nothing more wonderful than when somebody reads it and goes, oh, really enjoyed it, and you're like, really? Because it goes from being you a baby that I've had for so long, and then I've shared it with other people, and I've had some lovely feedback and positive feedback, and it's just wonderful.
Oh, I want you to tell us about your next project, your second book.
All right, yes. I've started working on a prequel sequel to Ciao Cariad, and it's going to be called 2 Scoops of Gelato, because it revolves around the ice cream parlour that we all work in. And it's swinging back and forth between 1989 and 2002. So there'll be a few characters we've already met and a few new ones.
So maybe a year from now, we'll be seeing that book coming out. I'm going to be watching you and looking for what's coming. And I'm just so excited for you.
Oh, thank you, Jean.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. And I'd just like to say to everybody who's watching to keep at it and follow your dreams and believe in yourself.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Courageous Creative Conquerors. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
To see more Courageous Creative Conquerors videos, join the weekly creative community calls, or learn more about private sessions, visit jeanvoicedart.com.